Smash Hits WHJM with Duran Duran, 7:37 Thursday morning. I'm Justin Mallow. Now join the studio. I've got a local comedian here, Tom Myers. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, Justin. Morning. Thanks for having me in.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for coming on. How's it going?
I love the obligatory selfie that you took with me before before I came on. Yeah. Well, I don't like selfies. I don't like taking selfies. To me, the idea of taking a selfie is basically saying, like, I've tried to find anybody, another living organism to take my picture for me, and I failed quite miserably. Well, so here's an entire Facebook album of me looking like a loser.
No one else taking it. Well, people do in the woods next to bears and stuff, and now they're warning people, listen, when you go in the woods, you see a bear, don't take a selfie with the bear behind you. It might not end well for you.
Just another way for a bear to kill you.
Yeah, it's not making sense at all. Yeah,
they're smart animals, bears.
Yeah, and trust me, I don't take selfies on my own. I take with guests here. So I'm not making duck lips at home. And so I appreciate you stopping by. Your local comedian. Is it tough to be a comedian? People are like, hey, make me laugh. Like,
well, I'm on the road constantly and traveling, and so I always feel like I'm on. I actually just got back from Chicago yesterday. I did a gig out there. I did a showcase out there. Very nice crowds out there. Chicago's an interesting place. We think we have it bad in Maryland. In Illinois, the governor's mansion is another nickname for prison.
Oh,
that's how bad it is out there.
It's not too good.
But traveling, I learned a couple things while traveling. Oh. Like when you board a plane, there's a way to instantly change people's traveling experiences. Like you can change the travel experience for everybody on the plane. Yeah. Just by saying these words. Go ahead. I have a deadly peanut allergy.
Oh,
watch the reactions, and it's like you're making a difference. You really are.
You can change it.
But here's the thing: the airline industry is very sadistic, though. I mean, the seats on an airplane are designed to just give fat people a hard time. Because if you're sitting on a plane, there's an empty seat next to you. A fat person comes up to you and says, "Hey, is this seat taken?" You say, no, but about half of your other one is.
Yeah. So, well, I usually put a coat there, or I cough or act like I'm sick or something until they don't sit next to me. So I try to act real sick and like, I don't want to sit next to this guy. He's got something disease. I don't want to get it or anything. And so you go around traveling. Now, you said you started comedy when you were like 15. Is that true?
It was close to that. It was my first gig was I auditioned for my senior high school talent show.
Okay.
And I got everybody in the crowd who was basically just my fellow classmates auditioning. They got into it. I didn't make the final cut, and then I started going into I went to Goucher College, and I started performing at open mics. I did the weekly coffee house show there, and it was basically just that's how I got started.
And you were doing comedy, but yet you still were going to school for studies. You said you were a history major, right? Is that true?
I studied history. All those tens of thousands of dollars taken out in student loans,
ridiculous.
Which are government funded. So thanks for your support, taxpayers.
Are you writing to Sally Mae also once a month too? Is Sally Mae in contact with you once a month also to pay off those loans and all that stuff? Or going? And you went where? Here in Maryland, right? Townsend?
No, Goucher. I went to school. Went to school Goucher, and I'm a Falston High School graduate, lifelong resident of Falston. Grew up along 152.
Okay,
the DUI capital of Harford County.
So if you're from the area,
it's widely known.
So you're from the area. You've done comedy. You've done plays and stuff. You're in the talent show. You've done also stuff in TV shows. Like there's that. I don't watch Veep, but you were in Veep. I heard.
Right. I was.
How do you get it?
I was in Veep in the same way pretty much that control board is in the studio.
I would brag heavily that I'm in Veep. Believe me, even if you're in the back as a flash, I would have a big billboard announcing that.
But no, I've shared scenes with as background with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Kevin Spacey in House of Cards.
You were in House of Cards. So where's that filming around here? And you kind of got word and went down to check it out. Is that how it works?
It was great because it was they had it set up like Washington D.C., but it was in Harford County. There's stages, and it was the quickest commute to D.C. I've ever taken.
Did you have
by obeying the speed limit?
Yeah. Oh, see, you got to be careful when it comes to that. Now, did you have any interaction with Kevin Spacey at all, or no? I've heard stuff about that.
They basically, they have the stars, the principals or they call the principals the people who speak lines. Like they keep them separate, and then the background basically is just like, Oh, you're here. We forgot about you. Okay, do this.
Okay, so you were kind of, because I've heard word that Robin Wright will come and sit and kind of talk with anyone on the set, and I heard Kevin kind of stays away from people on the set. I don't know if that's true. What rumors?
It's basically just, I've done comedy for 16 years, and what I described as my experience on House of Cards is basically my comedy career in a nutshell. Oh, you're here. Okay, let's just
go on there and see what you can do.
We don't have a green room. Sit at this table right there. It's got a bit of a wobbly leg.
Well, you seem like you have a busy, schedules. You were just in Chicago, and now you kind of have the day off today, right? Today we're off. Tomorrow you're performing here in Havre de Grace.
Yes, this is a big local benefit we've got coming up tomorrow.
And so I know it's for Thunder Walrus, who's going to be here in the studio. So let me play a song. Can you hang out in a second? I want to talk to you.
Man.
I want to talk about the benefit. I want to hear about more information and how we get involved with that. So stay tuned. We got more information from a local comedian on the way. We'll hear about the benefits about the actual Thunder Walrus guy is going to be in here. Right now, time to get happy with Pharrell. Pharrell on Smash Hits WHGM 8:47 on this Thursday morning. We're currently 73 degrees outside. I have a full forecast on the way, a traffic update and a news update. And Erica Scott with her Maryland Minutes also on the way for you here in a moment. So stay tuned for that. Justin Mallow still enjoying the studio. I've got local comedian Tom Myers. Tom, thanks for sticking around today.
Oh, thanks for having me in, Justin.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. I know you're busy. You're in Chicago, you were saying. And now tomorrow you got a big comedy benefit you're doing right here in Havre de Grace, right?
Right, it's going to be at the community center on Lagaret Lane. Hoping I pronounced that right.
People know where that is.
It's like Target, It's Target.
Target,
it's
exactly.
Lingerie.
They know exactly where that place is. And so it's a benefit for Thunder Walrus. And Thunder here. Good morning, Thunder.
Good morning, Justin. How are you, my friend?
How are you, more importantly?
I am doing better each and every day. Thank you again to yourself and Smash Hits for allowing us to come on and discuss this benefit. A lot of great people have got together to help me out, and I'm very grateful for it.
It's my pleasure. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy you're still around and alive with us, because in April was a bad day for you. It wasn't April Fool's Day. Your Fool's Day came the day after. April 2nd is when this happened to you. You got in an accident?
That is correct. April 2nd, it was a Sunday afternoon, and I was out on my motorcycle. Car pulled out in front of me, and as I tried to make maneuvers to avoid her, the bike high-sided, threw me off, and caused a little damage to my head and my shoulder. So we're on the road to recovery. Going to physical therapy and speech therapy is my new full-time job. But it's working out well, and some wonderful people have got together. Miss Donna Lee is her name on Facebook. Miss Donna Schneider has got together with Tom Myers and bringing a great collection of comedians that I've worked with over the years to perform. The band Common Ground is going to perform as well. Food will be provided, and so many have donated auction items. A lot of the businesses here in Havre de Grace, because I am an original Havre de Grace boy.
You're from here, yes.
Yes, graduated from Havre de Grace High School long before probably some of y'all were ever born, but I am a Havre de Grace guy, and very thankful to everyone who has pitched in to make this benefit help happen.
Did you have your helmet during the time of the accident?
Actually, I did.
You did.
And
so imagine you did have that helmet, right?
Yeah, the only reason I survived was I had my helmet on. I did fracture my skull in 7 places. I have lost the hearing in my left ear, but as the old saying goes, it's better to be seen than viewed, and I'm very glad to still be alive.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad you're alive, too. And so when this accident happened, you didn't get any money from this person that caused this accident, right? Which is why we need this benefit to help you out, right?
Yes, unfortunately, the way the police report was written, it did not identify anybody as the fault.
Oh, I see. So you can't get anything.
So, no, we have personal insurance that has covered some of it.
Yeah, some.
But the fact is, I have not been able to tour the country like I normally do, doing motorcycle rallies. So the loss of income on top of the hospital bill has been quite a struggle for my wife and I. But there's been a lot of help.
I can't imagine,
a lot of outpouring of help from not only our local community here in Harford County, but around the country, places I visited and toured as part of my gig. And by the grace of God and the help of some good people, we're making it all right. And this benefit is going to be not just a help financially, but it's going to be a love fest. There's going to be a lot of people there that I love, and have showed a great deal of support and love for me. And it's been 4 months since I've got to see a lot of them. So I'm looking forward to it, Justin. It's going to be a good night put on by a lot of great people, and my wife and I are both very grateful.
And so the event kicks off at 8 o'clock, right? That's when it's happening.
Oh, doors open at 5. Doors open at 5 o'clock. There's going to be a DJ there, a little social hour, food, beverages, which is covered in the price of the ticket. Okay. And then the comedy show kicks off at 8 or 8:30.
Here it goes. Yeah. Doors open at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, here.
Dinner is going to be served from 6 to 10.
Okay.
Comedians start at 6:30 and run till 8 o'clock.
Right when they get the food, the comedians start?
Yes, it's a dinner comedy show. And then the band Common Ground plays from 8 to midnight.
Okay, so if I don't like telling what you're doing, I can flip my tomato at you on the stage or something. Is that kind of possible?
I tell you what, it's less money I have to spend on groceries, so please do.
Yeah, bring your grocery bag to collect, yes.
And a huge shout out to Rogers House Tavern, who is providing the food. They're catering the event. So it's going to be a wonderful meal, a great comedy show, and then a lot of fun dancing the night away to Common Ground.
That's awesome. So it's tomorrow night. It's a great way to kick off the weekend on a Friday night. How much are tickets to get to the event?
Tickets are available at the door. They're $40 a person. Okay. Table of 8 is $300.
Okay. And so that includes, though, the food, right?
That includes everything except the cash liquor bar. Soda and water is included.
Okay, nice.
In the price of your meal. And then there is a cash bar.
For $40 you get
beer also, I think, is included.
A draft beer, I believe.
Draft beer, yeah.
It says beer included on the thing. Okay, so you get soda, bottled water, beer, food, comedy, music.
A
DJ. And this goes from 5 till...
Midnight.
To midnight. For $40? Wow, that is definitely worth it for sure. So it's going on tomorrow.
Yeah, I just want to say that Tim is definitely one of the nicest, most generous people I've ever met in this industry.
That's your real name, Tim.
What's that?
That's your real name?
My real name is Tim Yarsh.
Okay.
Yes.
And his wife is probably one of the loveliest people I've ever met. I've met her on a number of occasions. And the Thunder Walrus has done numerous benefits for biker clubs, veterans groups, buddies of his who've been in tight spots, kids with absolutely, horrific diseases that they shouldn't have to go through. So this is everybody's way of paying the Thunder Walrus back, of helping him out.
Well, we did a selfie together, so if you go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/SmashHitsWHM, we have a direct link to get you to the actual event page and to get you to Tom's page and actual Thunder's actual page. You have a page on Facebook also, right, Thunder?
Yes, my personal page is Tim Yarsh, spelled YAROSH, and my fan page is Thunder Walrus. Also, some of the auction items, Justin, that have been donated are great. A couple that owns season tickets to the Ravens has donated the Ravens home game tickets against the Pittsburgh Steelers as a silent auction item. Vincenti Decoys right here in Havre Grace has made a great donation, and so many others. Those are the only two that I can bring off the top of
You got a good excuse not to remember. It's quite okay. So
I bumped my head a few months ago, and I forget things.
Yeah, it's quite okay. There's door prizes, there's a money wheel, there's 50-50 silent auction for $40. It's a great benefit. It sounds like it's going to be a blast. It's a nice Friday night, so you can go hang out with everyone going on at the Havre Grace Community Center. So, like I said, for more information, take a look at our Facebook page, facebook.com/SmashHitsWHM. We have a direct link to get you to their links for more information. And so, well, Thunder, that's what I'm calling you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and it was my pleasure.
Absolutely. Nice meeting you. I'm glad to see you're still with us, and I hope you have fun, and good luck on there. And
keep doing such a great job. Havre Grace needs a station like this and a show host like you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. See, I'm really glad he's still around. And Tom, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Absolutely. I'll see everybody tomorrow night.
We'll see you tomorrow night. Good luck at the show. Again, more information, go to facebook.com/SmashHitsWHGM. To now on Smash Hits WHGM, Justin Mallow with Duran Duran, and I Don't Want Your Love, streaming around the world at SmashHits.fm. Join the studio with comedian Tom Myers. Good morning, Tom.
Morning, everybody.
Welcome back to the show, Tom.
Yeah, and I want to thank you in advance for not letting me know that you guys have a nice new studio.
The pigeon didn't bring you the little message on its foot that I sent to you?
Oh. No, you know what? Even relatives who I don't like consistently let me know when they're moving.
When they move somewhere else.
I thought I was in the fold with you.
You went to the old place on top of the hill. Oh,
I'm very if I weren't such a promotional whore right now, I'd be very disappointed.
I would leave the show under protest for doing that. So I'm sorry to make you go to the wrong place. Yeah,
if
we
I
moved
didn't
to a
need the
better
money.
place here.
If I didn't need the money,
get the
then
word
I would
out there.
go
And
back, yeah.
it's got to be tough to be a comedian. How long you've been a comedian now? For how long? Years, right?
Yeah. Well, I've been a stage performer for about 20 years now. I started doing improvisation, doing theater classes in high school. It's actually where I picked up my comedic chops.
Oh, yeah?
I used to tell jokes to upperclassmen just to sort of deflect being bullied.
Yeah.
And they would pretty much demand I tell one joke a day, otherwise it would get very unpleasant. In fact, I tell people the toughest room I ever worked was the men's locker room at Falston High School.
Oh, that could be tough for him. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's a tough audience.
As like the comic book series Kill or Be Killed, I lived it. So I didn't.
Well,
I
now
didn't
you got
read
the
those.
power, and now you got the mic, and you go around. So, you're Al talking about the new album, which congratulations. Is that
Thank you.
Now, what album is that? Is that
This is my fourth one.
fourth
that
one?
I have out now.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
And it's available now. So where can people, I guess, wherever it's sold or online, it's the best place to go to?
It's on the website tommyers.us, and it's also on CD Baby, Amazon. It's streaming on iTunes, Spotify,
All that other stuff.
Pandora.
The kids can get access to. So,
Oh my God! Yeah, I often wonder. Like you talk about some 420 stuff earlier today.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there was no traffic on the road this morning. So
Everyone took the day off.
Whatever you were doing, thank you. I often feel that the people who follow me on social media don't just do the 420 stuff on 420. Because I get the weirdest responses.
Oh.
Like I got one on Twitter that said, I hope something like, I had your album on Spotify random and my kids were in the room or something like that.
Oh, like an angry,
yeah, they got angry at me. It was like, yeah, I wonder, I wish there was a way that I could let people know that this album's not for everybody. You know, the little mandated PMRC
Why is the
sticker
front
that I have
advisory
to
on the
put
back of the CD, not the front? Usually they're on the front of the CD to let everyone know clear and simple. Yours is hidden in the back.
Right. Well, because I want my lovely mugshot.
You can't block any part of that.
The front. Oh well, someone criticized me about that too. They say, only an egomaniac, would go. Like, no good comedian puts his face on the front cover of his CD. Like, yeah, no good comedian
I've
has
only
ever done
seen
that. Except
comedians.
every single.
I've never seen a comedian not put their face on
Every single comic has their face on their CD.
And it's called Make America Innate Again.
Yep.
And so is it tough doing political comedy now? People are so sensitive now with politics and everything. And not only do you do comedy shows, you have like a podcast you do, right?
Well, right. It's a podcast. I'm a part of the podcast.
Part of the podcast.
It's a part of a guy named Matt Nisanoff. He used to work for the Maryland General Assembly.
Okay.
And he's always had a head for, he's always been a fan of comedy. And he wanted to put together a podcast where he wanted to do politics-themed sketches. And he wanted to let people know where elections were happening all across the country. Because I don't know if you know this, elections happen not just in November every 2 years or so, and usually every single week there's some election taking place. Like, Haverty Grace, they have theirs every year, the first Tuesday of May.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people would know that, but this Election Central.
It happens a lot.
We have, it's a section we have called Election Central. We do that. And I suggested something where we do like an opening monologue where I just tell jokes. So at the beginning of each episode of something that's called the Politipod.
Okay.
And you can access it. You can access the link to listen to them on my website, also tommyers.us. We do something called Word from the Street, and I do like a 2 or 3 minute monologue, and then that's my bit. And we have sketches on there as well.
Okay.
And we have like some, professional, comedy writers who submit stuff to this.
And it gets added onto it. And to make it simple to find the website, Tom and I took a little selfie. So if you go to facebook.com/smash hits WHCM, we have directly engaged your actual Facebook page, right? People can go ahead and like you on the page.
People can like me on the page. They can go ahead and they can follow me on Twitter, Tom_Myers, Myers spelled MYERS. In fact, we were talking about like a lot of the tweets that I get. I posted a joke on Twitter one time, and this woman sent me this really like angry tweet, and her profile thing said, her profile bio said, a born again, Bible loving child of God, rescued by my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Told me to go myself.
Oh, really? I don't think God would approve of that.
and she had the little follows you thing that's on Twitter. So it's like she follows me, like, knowing this stuff. I'm like, these are my fans?
Why would you be bothered with that? Yeah,
These are my fans? Like,
well,
what are my enemies? What are the people who hate me think?
Yeah, that's a little much to be on stage in front of people. Here, I can hang up on people if they annoy me, Tom. You can see them in person. And people want to see you in person. Are you performing anywhere soon?
Actually, tomorrow I'm going to be performing at Cafe 611 in Frederick. And I'm going to be at the Emerald Tavern in Parkville Wednesday, April 25th with Sean Savoy, my friend Dan Marcy Caper, who actually opened for me on the CD recording.
Awesome.
By the way. And it's hosted by Wendy Townsend, very good friend of mine, very funny comedian.
Cool.
And I am emceeing the 8:30 showcase at the Charm City Comedy Fest.
Wow.
At Zissimo's in Baltimore, Wednesday, May 9th. Yep, I've done that fest a number of times, and this is the first year I'm going to be hosting it.
Cool. So all the dates are on the website. Excited. They can find that way? Awesome. So to make it simple, like I said, if you go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/SmashHits.
I can't remember my own dates, so that's why I have the website.
Go to our Facebook page. We'll have a direct link to his website for more information. Tom, well, thank you so much for coming. I congratulate you on the new album. Make America Nate Again, and good luck on the road for sure. So
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Next time, just come right to the right place. You know where I am now. So.
Yeah, no excuse.
Tom Myers, thanks for coming on the show. And right now, Katy Perry, Smash Hits, WHGM. 80s to now, Smash Hits WHGM. Everything's going to be all right from 1981. Just a year before I was actually born. Cool in the Gang. 7:08 on a Thursday morning. For weather forecast on the way. We got a traffic update and local news on the way from Ron Stafford. So hold on. I am Justin Mallow. I'm the birthday boy. I'm joined with the comedian Tom Myers. Good morning, Tom. Thanks for coming on my show today.
Yeah, thank you very much. I didn't know that. I know this is very last minute. And I got the email that said, "Oh, Tom, I hope you're available. I hope you're available for to come in and all." And I'm like, trust me, I'm available.
I was like, "Is he around? Let me just take a shot in the dark and see if he's here." And it so happened I was right.
Yeah, it's a very good guess. But no, when I was on last a couple months ago, I was busy talking about the new CD I just put out, Make America Innate Again, which it's still for sale.
Still for sale.
And, the sales are going very well, and it's actually on its way to being one of the top-selling comedy CDs.
Nice. How did they get
on its way to being the top-selling comedy? Well, I'd be at least that would be true if I were actually a more famous comedian.
Hey.
I'm still on my way to selling copies of them.
We still working on it. We'll still always help. Every little bit helps. Yeah. And so where can they get? I know iTunes, right?
I think it's on iTunes.
But they go to your Facebook page and have access to our website?
They can. I know it's streaming on Spotify, CD Baby, a couple of those free services. But if you go to my website, tommyers.us, Myers spelled MYERS. If you go to the store link, click on the CD, you can purchase it there also.
Okay, so it's very simple to do so, and we have a direct link to your page on our Facebook page. You can take a look at it, facebook.com/Smash Hits WHGM. You have a gig when tomorrow? I heard
tomorrow in Silver Spring, Maryland. It's cool. El Golfo. It's the Dr. Bob Sood Comedy Lounge. I'm doing a brief set there. The headliner's Simone, and. I got this email this morning. I've been put on this guy's email list. And the bottom of the email said something along the lines of, I will try and push on with the untimely death of my dog, Dino or something like that. It was one of those names. So everybody who brings in a picture of their dog will get in for free. So I'm here making the announcement.
Okay.
That if you tell me you're coming to the show in Silver Spring tomorrow, I will email you a random picture of a dog.
Awesome, and you can just do that. Yeah, go online, get a picture of the dog, and you get it for free.
With what they're paying me, it shouldn't make that much of a difference.
That's awesome. And so, what time does that go on tomorrow? What time do you hit the stage tomorrow, Tom?
Show starts at 9 p.m.
Okay, cool. Well, that's why I reached out to you today. I'm like, for a comedian to get up early in the morning, it's tough to do so. Like, I don't know if you know these hours early in the morning anymore.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Yeah, Dane Cook wasn't available.
They were all busy, so maybe next year and stuff. Well, I hope you get to hang out for the hour.
Let me get the most local, the least likely to be busy.
We are very local here in Mallow in the morning. I go, let me get a great local comedian. That's why I reach out to you. I'm like, this guy's not too far. We can get him on here. And I'm sure you got nowhere else to go. You can hang out here for like an hour or so, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome. So we're going to hang out for a little bit. We got a lot of things to get to. We got other birthdays to celebrate. But right now, local news from Ron Stafford on Smash Hits WHGM.
Arrests in Perryville over the weekend.
80s to now on Smash Hits WHGM. Justin Mallow on this Thursday morning. Lots going on. I think the band is now getting here. Get ready to set up this morning. We have a comedian here, Tom Myers here. Tom, good morning. Thanks for coming on my show today.
No, listen, happy birthday. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hey, get out with me today. Do you listen to, like, what type of music do you listen to? Do you listen to, like, hard rock at all, or?
I'm a classic rock kind of person myself.
Yeah. Like, I like that too, you know, and there's some hard rock like Metallica I like, but I don't like that screaming type stuff, you know, that people do. And my friends,
I do enough of that when I'm on stage. Like, why do I want to, you know, everybody, here's the thing though, everybody seems to think that how I am on stage is how I am, like, in real life.
Yeah.
And, like, it could be the furthest from the truth
of how it is. Yeah.
Right. It's often like I've developed a bit of a social media following over the last couple years, and it's almost as if I'm worried about the IQ level of my fans, because I feel like I have to explain stuff to them.
I hear you.
Quite a bit.
I hear you.
And I've trained for being, when you come up as a comic or any kind of entertainer, you're going to have your share of, you know, haters and detractors. So I've trained so much just by, you know, dealing with people who don't like me that whenever I see a response online that irks me, I don't, you know of any other way to respond but just to, you know, berate them.
Well,
and what's worse about that is that people consider it now an honor to be insulted by me on social media.
Oh.
So it's like
you're one of those. You're one of those.
I have to come up with.
Well, you're trying to figure out IQ your fans. I'm trying to figure out IQ my friends. They sent me this video. Think I like hard rock or something? Listen to this thing. Listen.
Yeah.
It's your birthday today,
On what planet did I listen to this?
Like, is this an actual video? Like,
yeah.
Did they actually make this for you?
No, they found this. They go, this is perfect for you.
So
let's celebrate. We lose control and you cut the cake. The night is yours.
So not only did they send you something that, let's be honest, sounds like crap.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But
it's hard rock.
But it's like they didn't even take the time to make it themselves. Like,
no.
They found, I imagine, you know, here's my theory. Someone found this video like 6-7 months ago. It was like, what friend do I have named Justin that I don't think that highly?
Yeah.
To be honest.
And they found it and sent it to me.
Send it to him.
I go, thank you. That's the type of music I listen to. Thank you.
I'm happy to bring some positive energy to your birthday this
I like more rock like Aerosmith, like this. Living on the Edge on Smash Hits WHGM. Keep it here. 80s to now, Smash Hits WHGM. Yes, take me home because it's my birthday and I should not be working on my birthday. Unfortunately, it's not a holiday, but there's still so much to get to. It is 7:47. We got the weather forecast to get to, any traffic update to get to as well. Justin Mallow will still join the studio one more time with comedian Tom Myers. Tom, I appreciate hanging out with me today.
Hey, listen, if the best birthday present that you could bring is that I could bring is myself, then I love the fact that you're not high maintenance.
I'm very easy to get for you to come in here and hang out. Very cool. I know you got other stuff coming up here, right? I mean, you got to be busy as a comedian, right? You try to find gigs wherever you can.
Yeah, I mean, you and I were talking about, hey, do you watch, do you watch comedy? Do you watch other comedians and all? And here's the thing, I don't. Because I write for a politics-based podcast, so I go ahead and I watch many things. I watch both the news.
Oh, okay.
And, and I also watch, baseball as well because baseball season.
Yeah.
And as an Orioles fan right now, both the news and sports just depress the living hell out of me right now.
And that's perfect to talk about. So then you can get on stage and do it.
But I tell you, the podcast I write for is called Politipod. We're on SoundCloud, and we're on ipmnation.com/Politipod. Or if you go to my website, tommyers.us, I link directly to the show on there.
Awesome.
I tell you what, I love being a comic and just doing what I do because it beats holding a real job.
I bet.
Like,
right?
I used to have these jobs where I would go in and the boss would always give me this, like, Myers, you're 5 minutes late for work today. It's like, actually, boss, I'm 23 hours and 55 minutes only for work tomorrow. So. And he was.
I love that.
He was one of those people who, like, his wife would come in and who thought she worked there.
Yeah.
He had one of those. And, my coworkers and I, we'd be hanging around. There'd be nothing to do. We'd be, just chit-chatting, that kind of thing. And she'd come by, like, every 2 minutes and say, at work, you shouldn't be talking so much. Like, at work, you shouldn't be talking so much. I'm like, why don't you shut the hell up then?
Yeah, listen, I know. Believe me, that's why this work I love too, and you can do it in. Very cool. Well,
but no, you can catch me at Silver Spring. You can catch me at El Golfo tomorrow at 9.
Okay.
I'll be I'll perform with another Harford County comedian, Candace Saunders.
Oh, very nice.
She lives over in Edgewood, so we end up doing a lot of local gigs together.
Nice.
So she brought me down for this at the Dr. Bob Sood Comedy Lounge.
Awesome. And they can check you out there. And again, if you go to our Facebook page, we have a direct link to get you to his actual Facebook page. We took a little selfie, and we'll post that here in a moment on our Facebook page at facebook.com/SmashThisWHGM with a direct link to the website also where you can find more information about all the stuff going on. And so, Tom, again, thank you for coming on this show. I appreciate it. And good luck tomorrow.
Definitely. Thank you again. Thanks so much for having me on.
Oh, my pleasure. And so hopefully things are good on the road because things are good here. We'll check in now and find out the traffic update on Smash Hits.
This report brought to you by Pappas Restaurant. Still no major incident.